Welcome along, everybody. We know that it's been a really difficult and challenging 12 months for everybody, being faced with the pandemic and lockdowns. With football being amongst one of the first things to be able to come back following the lifting of restrictions as part of the roadmap from the government, we're well aware that coaches and players may be amongst the first people to see each other and to identify that maybe somebody's struggling following these last 12 months. So as a CFA, we're going to produce a number of short videos that we hope may either provide help to yourself if you need it, or to somebody else who's playing the game of football. We know that football is a really good preventative measure. A lot of people say that football is a great release, but our aim as a county FA is in the long term to make sure that football and the environment that people play in is one that starts to break down stigmas around mental health and gets people talking. So our first presentation, we're delighted to be joined today by Richard Metcalf, who's the county workforce lead for Active Cumbria and also a tutor for mental health in sport. And Richard's going to take us through a simple mental health awareness session. So thank you, Richard. I shall hand straight over to you.
Thank you very much, Ben, and thank you very much for inviting me along today just to chat through a little bit about mental health awareness. I've got me about half a dozen slides just to give people just a taste of what sort of maybe to look out for, and some of the points we should be thinking about in some of our coaching sessions, and I'll also sort of try and signpost to some other things towards the end of the presentation. Just some stats to begin with, and these are a couple of years old. So 1 in 4 people will suffer from some sort of mental health problem within the year, and we're thinking coming out of COVID that's going to be a lot higher, and certainly during the COVID pandemic it has been higher than that. The middle one there, in every 2 hours someone takes their own life. That's 2016, again we know those numbers are a bit higher now. We also know that the Cumbria numbers are a lot higher than the national averages. We do have issues within Cumbria around suicide, and certainly within sort of adult males, sort of 20 to 40 year age group are really suffering from mental health issues, and then that leading to suicide. And so I just wanted to flag some of those statistics just to give a flavour of this is a fairly big issue, but it's not an issue that we should be overly concerned about. Our role within sport and within football is just to be aware and maybe signpost people if you see there's going to be any problems further down the line. Just a little definition around mental health. We all have mental health, like we all have physical health, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good. And again, I know myself, during COVID, my mental health's been up and down, having to work from home, not being able to see friends and family, lots of stress around that, and mental health goes up and down. But I think because of resilience and my work, which is my sort of release, and coaching is my release as well, it's allowed me to keep my mental health on an even keel. Unfortunately, not everyone has those releases to help them. We know that sport and football is a release for mental health. So hopefully, when we return back to play, the coach's role within that is to support people to get that release and hopefully keep their mental health on an even keel. Again, I've just flagged up here just some of the terms that's used around and bandied around, anxiety, depression, schizophrenia. I think what I would like to say here is don't get too hung up on the terms. I think my thoughts around mental health and coaching is that we're in the people business. We're about supporting people. So don't worry about the terms. Maybe we just have to be the eyes and ears of how people may change. So again, you may have a player within your club who, for years has been life and soul of the party type of thing, but then mood changes, how they present themselves changes. They might be coming to training, not looking after themselves, physically, looking a bit unkempt and stuff. But also, I would like to point something out is that a lot of people with mental health are great actors, and they hide a lot behind a smile. And I think it's our role to try and dig that little bit deeper, and I'll speak a little bit more about that in a second. just a little acronym that Mind use as part of their Get Set to Go program. And again, for me, it's so obvious around coaching, customer skills, understanding the people in front of us, and not just from a sport or football point of view, understand who they are as people. For me, coaching, I'm a level 3 rugby coach. Coaching for me is all about relationships and understanding what makes the people tick and how I can get the best out of them. So hopefully that raises my awareness of who they are, what they are. Also having a bit of respect for people who might be struggling, and empathy that, the world isn't just a get on with it and man up anymore. We have to be a bit more respectful than that, and trying to understand our players and be able to sort of point them in the right direction. So again, we aren't here as coaches to solve those problems. None of us are experts. I'm not an expert in mental health, but my role is to signpost people. If I feel there's a problem, or if they feel there's a problem. So I've just flagged up here, one or two. I mentioned about Mind, and again, we've got sort of local Minds in Cumbria. There's obviously GP, Samaritans, 999 if you think it's an immediate problem. It's very similar to safeguarding. Calm is the campaign against living miserably, and again, they're a national organisation and do a lot of good work. There's some local numbers and emails there that you can signpost to. But again, don't think that you need to be an expert. You probably need to be an expert in the people that's in front of you, but certainly not an expert in mental health. And lastly, just a couple of things. Ask twice. That's a little bit around, you meet someone, so, hi, how are you doing? And they always say, yeah, I'm fine. Maybe ask again, are you really okay? Is everything going okay at home? Everything going okay with work? Just dig that little bit deeper now and again, and just go that little bit further with the people in front of you. And then that culture, I was saying, rugby's my sport, football probably pretty similar over the years, where, man up, you've got to be tough, you've got to be rough. But actually, just that change of that culture maybe in your club. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be down. It's okay not to be feeling yourself type of thing. So again, understanding that, asking twice, it's okay not to be okay, keeping that conversation going with your players and building up a bit of that rapport and trust that they can come to you and say, hey, Ben, hey, Rich, I'm not feeling great today. I might not come today, or I'm not feeling great. Can I sort of take a break? Well, of course they can. But again, it's our role to keep in touch with them and keep connected and try and help them. The other thing that we're thinking about, and obviously I had a chat with Ben earlier on around sort of mental health champions. Can you maybe get people within your own club who maybe have lived experience or maybe been through some mental health problems, who could be a person who people could talk to, or even just in lots of clubs there's that older guy who's just the real good ears, the listener. Guy you can share a problem with. Do we have those people within our clubs who we can maybe not so much give them a title, but again maybe be our mental health champions. And then finally, just want to signpost everyone to is UK coaching e-learning. Again, I've just shared one or two slides with you from that workshop, but now it's on e-learning, so you can visit that anytime you want. It's a real good workshop, and it will just heighten your awareness around mental health and some of the tools you can use, and actually the benefits that your club, your sport, and football can give to everyone out there. Hope that's okay, Ben, for now, and thanks very much for inviting me along.
That's brilliant, Richard. Thanks for the overview. And I think just to add to it all, just a little bit around, if anybody is interested in sort of taking this a little bit further, then please feel free to email either myself or info@cumberlandfa.com. If anybody is keen to look at the e-learning course that Richard's mentioned, we are providing some bursaries for free places to do that course ourselves. So again, if that's something that you're interested in, please feel free to contact us, and we'll try and get that going as well. So thank you very much, Richard. And without further ado, keep an eye out for the rest of our videos. Good luck and enjoy football and enjoy being back. Thanks now.
Thank you.